I knew it.
Oh, it's so weird. It's like, it's not, the weirdest screen just popped up
I
right
know.
now.
Why is yours doing that?
I don't know.
So you mean
Like, I don't even know what I'm seeing.
it's got to be in your settings before you do that? But it's just so weird.
It
I've
didn't
never
with
had
the
that.
last one. All right. Well, I did make the option to where I have to add you. I won't do that again.
Okay.
If you guys want your videos on, it's at the bottom left of your screen. If you don't want them on, you don't have to. You can just listen.
No, let us see you.
I'm going to turn all your videos on. I love having control.
Nobody better be in the bathroom.
I would say you better be dressed.
If you're pooping, sorry.
We'll mute it, that's for sure.
Or no. Make a great YouTube video. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Wondering if I should turn on. Hey, Ruth.
I know, I logged on and then it was like, you are not allowed to enter this meeting until you update Zoom. And I was like,
Until you upgrade?
update.
Oh.
And I was like, okay.
That is so weird. My own computer will not allow me to connect.
It just told me, that was what it did, Prissy.
The light better? There's nobody else in the waiting room. Oh, that's better. Okay.
Hi, Maddie.
Cute. I'm on over the phone. My mom. Oh, I'm sorry, Rhonda. Can you hear at least, Rhonda?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, and it doesn't let you connect at the bottom. It doesn't. There's not a place where you can turn on the videos. You have to like tap the screen from your phone.
Do you want a notepad, Levi? I have a notepad. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm on a work phone and work computer. They don't allow us with the
Yeah, they'll let you.
the security features. They don't let us turn it on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. My other daughter's on doing her homework, so I can't grab that one.
Oh, sorry. I
But
know.
I did get my tip today, and I'm excited.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. Did you unbox it already and everything?
Oh yeah.
Yay!
I've already put some on my face and everything.
Oh, so exciting.
Use the shampoo and everything.
What kit did you get?
I'm sorry?
What kit did you get? Did you get one with skincare or did you get the first one?
I got the first one.
Awesome.
But I ordered some skin stuff too.
Oh, that's so good because you still get a good discount.
Yes, I love it.
Yay. All right. I think, there's one waiting. Let me add them. Jessica Holland. All right. Let me know if anybody says anything in Messenger, like they can't get on if I've missed them, and I'll add them. All right. So I'll get started. I'm going to try and not drag this on and on and on. I'm not going to describe every single thing that's in all of the skincare because it really doesn't matter. And I say that because if you have somebody who has a specific question, you can answer that specific question. But when we're selling our skincare, you don't need to cover every single thing because people are not going to retain all that knowledge. They're just going to retain stuff that they're familiar with and stuff that makes sense. So these 5 or 6 ingredients are what I share in our wash parties. And they're easy to explain. They're exciting. They're new technology, and it's stuff that we can easily relate to, and we can easily tell them, and they'll be able to retain it. So I'm just going to tell you those 5 things. Everybody knows that we have a gentle and a balanced. Okay, these 2 systems. Just like with our shampoos, I don't want you guys getting overwhelmed and so worried about like, oh, what one do I give them? Because when the picture, when you like research this on Pinterest and stuff, there will be a picture that'll pop up with all these different things that go with this one and this one. Pretty much just say, do you have really sensitive skin? Do you have skin that ever gets rosacea like Amanda? Do you get eczema? Do you easily break out with stuff? When you switch products, does it affect your skin? Those types of stuff, they'll need this. If they say no, 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 they get this one. Okay, that's it. Are they super gentle or are you not? And if you're totally not sure, go with the Be Gentle, because the Be Gentle is going to cover more people's skin than this one will, okay? And the cool thing is all these ingredients that I'm going to tell you, it's in both lines. There's just a simple, more gentle formula, and there's the balanced formula, okay? So it still has all the same good ingredients I'm going to tell you about. Okay, so the first ingredient is AHAs, okay? So this is going to brighten your skin. It's going to smooth your skin. What AHAs do is it actually removes all that dead skin that's on top of your skin. So in order to reveal the glowiness of your skin, you need to take all that dead skin off. There are so many products that you can use that are not giving you a deep clean. They need AHAs, and AHAs can come from a few different sources. Again, this is not stuff that you need to be telling them everything. Pretty much you need to just be saying, we have standards for our hair care. It's this, this, and this. You know all the standards, no glutens, no harsh salts. You know, we use reverse osmosis water, you guys. You know that. Those are cool things about us. No parabens, no waxes, no silicones. Same standards with our skincare. Awesome. Okay, we always have the same standards. We have AHAs. They come from a good source, a natural source, a vegan source, okay? It's going to take all the dead skin off. It's going to reveal the bright skin underneath. It's going to help with fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to remove brown spots, okay? Just in that one ingredient, and that's in multiple of our products, okay? But it's especially in our face wash, and it's in our makeup vanishing balm, okay? The two things that cleanse our skin. That's what AHAs are in. Okay, the next one is my favorite. You're going to love telling everybody about this. And if you've been in the parties, you know what I'm going to say. It's the Kakadu plum, okay? It's spelled Kakadu, and it's a plum. It's known to grow in Australia, and it has the highest amount of vitamin C known to man. And I just Googled this again because I was like, where did I read that? And it, sure enough, pops up on Google. It's the highest amount of vitamin C known to man. This is another thing you don't really need to know, but just to back up and so you can be confident in this, it has 1,000 times, 100 times more vitamin C than what is in an orange. Okay, so 100, all the vitamin C that we get from an orange, and like you'll be told like, hey, eat oranges, they have a lot of vitamin C in it. That's what we know. Well, this has 100 times more vitamin C, okay? Another cool fact about that is when you have vitamin C or any anti-aging ingredients, you need to protect them from the sun, okay? Look at our bottle. It's completely covered. It's completely protected. Even the top spout, there is no light getting into that, okay? The sun ages things. The sun bleaches things. That's why when you leave a towel out in the backyard, it's going to get bleached. It's going to get aged. It starts to dry up and tear. That's what the sun does to us, okay? So the sun is going to age the vitamin C. So if you're not buying vitamin C, if your potentials are not buying vitamin C that's in a dark covered bottle, first off, their vitamin C most likely isn't from the Kakadu plum. That's where we get our source. Second of all, if it's not covered like this, by the time they pump that out in their hand and they put it on their face, it's got almost no nutrients left for their face. So that's a big selling point for us. Our stuff is covered, it's protected. That's why Young Living and doTERRA, those oils, that's why they come in those dark amber bottles, because it's protecting the oils from the light. Even inside light from your house is going to destroy the nutrients in it. So that's a very important key point, and it'll help you sell the products.
Chrissy?
Yeah.
Steph is in the waiting room.
Thank you. Oh, there's 3 people. Breezy is 2, and so is Ray. Ray is not, it's not coming on. For those of you who just joined, sorry I had to add you. I am recording this. Hopefully I will successfully be able to upload it and share it. So we can go over the first couple ingredients, but pretty much our vitamin C comes from the Kakadu plum. It has the highest vitamin C known to man in it, and it is in a dark bottle, which protects it from any light or sun penetrating it. So it has the most amount of vitamin C you could get putting on your face, okay? Other products sold as vitamin C, they're not going to come in a dark bottle, most likely, like ours does, okay? The next ingredient is natural fruit acids. This one's really cool. This one gets me super excited, okay? When you are growing from a baby to an adult, okay, up until the age 25, you haven't started aging yet, okay? When you turn 25, you have something called cellular turnover, okay? And it's going at a really good speed until you hit 25. Once you hit 25, we start aging. Sucks, right? So natural fruit acids is another ingredient that's in the Rewind. It's also, I believe it's in the vitamin C, and it's in our Eye Smooth. That is going to speed up that cellular rejuvenation. So it's going to help that turnover faster, and that is going to rejuvenate your skin, help it. That's like a huge anti-aging ingredient. That's why they call it Rewind. It's going to help take away those fine lines and wrinkles and just rewind everything, right? So it's going to speed up that cellular turnover. It helps with collagen production, okay? The next one is plant stem cells. This is, if you've heard of human stem cells, that is a popular ingredient in skincare too. But again, we're vegan, so we found our source from the earth. Something I always say too is we need our skin and our hair to breathe, okay? You don't want to be putting product on your skin, your face, that's blocking out nutrients. Well, stuff from the earth, that is going to help that. And not only that, there's even stuff from the earth that is in a lot of popular products that is still going to block out nutrients. So argan oil, coconut oil, these are things, mineral oil. These are things that you think are good for your skin because they're oils. They come from the earth, right? No, they're going to create a barrier, and they will block out your expensive vitamin C anti-aging serum. So that's something like really fun to brag about. Like, hey guys, our stuff, not only is it natural, but it's the good natural. We have the science backing. We have the clinical studies. We know what we're doing, and we put the right ingredients in our products that's going to help the right ingredients absorb in your skin, okay? You could put all the natural substances and then you're going to block out an ingredient. That's huge. Like, our stuff works really well together. The science is amazing, okay? The next one is REJUVENIQE S. Okay, this is 24 hours of hydration, and I'm mad because I've been, even in our parties, been saying the wrong amount of time. I've been saying 12 hours because to me, I'm like, wow, 12 hours of hydration, that's amazing. Nope, 24 hours of hydration. That's what REJUVENIQE S is going to do. Just like the REJUVENIQE oil, this is a water version. So the molecular structure is teeny tiny, just like our REJUVENIQE oil, and it's going to actually penetrate your skin. It's going to actually absorb. So you can drink all the water you want, and your skin is not going to have the hydration like it's going to have with our REJUVENIQE S, okay? And I always say it's like hyaluronic acid, which it is, but it's way more powerful than hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid is also in our ingredients, in some of our products. So we have, for our Night Haven, this one actually has REJUVENIQE S and hyaluronic acid. So I stopped saying like it's like hyaluronic acid because it is, but those are also two different ingredients, and it's more powerful, the REJUVENIQE S. But this Night Haven has like tons of hydration, which is really good because when you're sleeping is when you want your skin to be repairing itself. So that's why this hydration is like huge. Anti-aging. It's got avocado oil. It's got REJUVENIQE S, hyaluronic acid. It has shea butter. This is like huge drink of anti-aging stuff, and you're going to be sitting with it on your face all night along with the Renew. So that one's huge too. Peptides. So peptides is in the Rewind, and it's in this one. Now I have it might be in a couple other ones. I for sure checked that it's in our Eye Smooth and it's in our Rewind. peptides are what helps collagen regrowth, okay? So that's going to help regrowth the collagen in your skin, and it's going to help tighten your skin, okay? And that's it for those. So that's like, those are like the key things that I explained. And by the time you get to like the third one, people are like, when you talk about those natural fruit acids and you're like, the cellular rejuvenation, and you guys, did you know that you start aging at age 25? Doesn't that suck? Okay, well now I have something that's going to help you, and it's going to help that cellular rejuvenation. By the time you've got it to that, they're like, I need this stuff, right? Okay, so now another cool thing with our Eye Smooth. So it has the plant stem cells to help the cellular turnover. It has the peptides for the collagen. It has the REJUVENIQE S for the hydration. It has caffeine, and caffeine is what helps with the dark circles, and caffeine is what helps literally wake up your eyes. That's what's going to help with the puffiness. That's why when we have all those videos where it's like you wake up and you put it on one eye, and this eye is like, and this eye is still just woke up. So those are those ingredients that are in this, what makes it different. The Night Haven has the ceramides, is the only like extra ingredient. Ceramides lock in moisture and it protects against environmental like stress and stuff, like just how bad our atmosphere is. It's going to protect against that. And plant-derived lipids. I did not write what lipids are. I thought I knew, I think. So I'm sorry, I'll have to research that. But this one is the one that has the hyaluronic acid and the REJUVENIQE S. So this is a huge drink of water for your skin. Okay, and then I went over gentle and balanced. Those are the ones that you should, super easy to tell your potential what they should get, right? Are you super gentle? Is your skin easily irritated? Our makeup vanishing balm. This is brand new. It's super easy, in my opinion, to sell. I have gotten more attention on this alone, and people will buy this and buy the skincare because you can do an easy demo on this, and when you're showing people how amazing just this is, how amazing it removes stuff and gently, and just describe a few things about this, they're like, wow, if that works that good, I'm going to buy the skincare. You know, so it kind of goes hand in hand. I highly encourage you guys to do a video and do the Sharpie marker, red lipstick. You can just do those two easily and just like talk about it. You could do lip scents. You can do waterproof mascara. But pretty much this is probably the only anti-aging skincare that you're going to find. Okay. This has those AHAs, so it's going to remove all that dead skin. Another key thing you want to say is if you are not removing
Hey,
your
Chrissy.
makeup on, yeah.
Hey, Mel said her and Danielle are in the waiting room. I don't know.
That's weird. Did they get out?
I don't know.
Mel, are you back?
Liz too, and apparently Leandra.
Not showing me them.
Everyone make sure you mute yourself too. As soon as you come in, just make sure you mute
Mel's
yourself.
in. Mel's back. I don't see Leandra. Tell her to try again. Somebody can send her a message. Sorry, guys. Okay, Ray's on. Hey, Ray. Okay, so let me know if somebody's in the waiting room, if you guys get a message. Okay, so this is our I'm doing that. This is our anti-aging makeup removing balm. I highly encourage you to do a video of you removing Sharpie and red lipstick off your face. It gets a lot of attention, and you can easily say, like, this is going to be how amazing our skincare is by watching, like, how amazing this is. It truly freaking works. And you also want to say, if you're not removing your makeup before you're using your face wash, you're making your face wash work hard on not what it's supposed to be doing. This is supposed to be working on removing all that dead skin and just revealing the underneath skin. Well, if you're not removing your face makeup, it's going to be working on removing your face makeup. Also, if you're not removing your makeup before you're washing your face, you're literally scrubbing your makeup into your pores, okay? So you're just creating more work for you, and you could be creating damage because you're actually making this do something it's not meant to do, okay? And I would, like, guys, the way I talk this up, because honestly, I was disappointed when I saw a foamy cleanser and a creamy cleanser. I was like, really? Can't you like give us something like, you know, scrubby in our first wash? Like I love that with a different skincare that I used to buy. And then I tried it very first wash and I was like, oh my gosh, my skin feels like a baby's butt. And that is because of those AHAs. It's literally without a scrub removing all that dead skin. And normally you need a scrub to remove dead skin, but you don't with ours. Okay. Another one you want to talk about is our Berry Refined Scrub. A lot of scrubs are going to scrape your skin. That's how they're going to remove all the crap off of your skin, okay? That is not good. That'll lead to acne. That'll lead to infections on your face. You don't want your skin to be scraped. It can also nick your pores and make your pores larger. So it is very important to use a scrub that's not going to scratch your face. This has refined cranberry powder in it, okay? Plus, if you smell it, you're already addicted. It smells so amazing, and it has a ton of moisture. It has an ingredient in it. I forgot what it is. I can look it up later. But it has an ingredient that actually locks in moisture for, I believe, 12 hours. But, man, I was wrong about the 12 hours on the other one, so it might be 24 hours. I don't know. It seems like it. Yeah, Amanda's saying yes. So it locks in moisture probably for 24 hours. And this is going to be, I always say, think microdermabrasion, but in a natural scrub for your face. And literally once a week, you do not want to be using this more than once a week. Is going to remove that extra layer of dead skin. And you don't want to be doing anything extra for your skin. Your skin is very precious. You want to just take care of it exactly. Follow the instructions, okay? Another thing that I forgot to mention about this is something you can compare it to, our Makeup Vanishing Balm, is that a lot of makeup removers have something called mineral oil, okay? Sounds natural, sounds like, hey, from the earth, minerals, right? Very, very bad for your skin. Mineral oil is actually going to strip the makeup from your skin. You have probably been told by your mom, we have probably all been told by your mom, like, scrub until you're squeaky clean, or scrub until it's squeaky clean, you know? That's what we're grown up being told, that you feel like that's what feels clean, is that your skin is squeaky clean. That's not good. You actually have a natural barrier that protects your skin from even the environment. It's anti-aging, and you don't want to wash that barrier off. So your skin shouldn't feel squeaky clean, which mineral oil does it. It's in a lot of toners. It's in a lot of makeup removers. So not only does it strip the makeup off, but then it leaves a barrier on top of it, just like argan oil and coconut oil, natural substances too, and it's going to block out your vitamin C serum, your anti-aging serum. So people can be buying these expensive serums and using these cheap makeup removers with mineral oil in it, and their serum's not penetrating their skin because they've created a barrier. So that's a good selling point too. I think that's it with the skincare. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat, and I will try and answer them as we go. Okay, so let me know. I just don't want it to drag on too long, okay? I want to try and get through it. So if you have any questions, I will try and answer them. Okay, we have a lot of shampoos, you guys. We have 9 shampoos, and all of them do something different. And what I always say, especially in parties, is I say, we have 9 shampoos, and that's because one size does not fit all, okay? We have too many races, too many humans, not too many. It's awesome that we do. That's not, those are not what I meant to say, but we have a lot of different races, a lot of different skin textures and hair textures, okay? So we have a lot of different shampoos, which is awesome. They've thought about everybody. So the cool thing about us is that you can literally mix and match our shampoos with our conditioners to make the exact little trio or whatever for every potential that we have. I want to say that do not let this overwhelm you. If you are so worried about knowing all the shampoos, you're doing it wrong, okay? You just have to know that we started our entire company with Revive. That's it. That was the first shampoo we had, and Revive will work for a lot of freaking people. It'll literally make almost everybody's hair feel good. It'll give everybody's hair volume. So if you are having a really hard time, like you're like, do you have this and you have this? And they're like, yes, I have it all. And you're like, crap, what do I give her, you know? You should just stick with either Revive or Volume. And this will help you a lot because I have gotten fancy with my orders in the past, and I have like said, oh, okay, well, you'll probably like advanced hydration or smoothing, and those things will work for people on their first wash. But if you're not sure, I would stick between Revive and Volume with the Revitalize conditioner because that's going to work for most people. That's going to be your safest bet if you have somebody who's just like has too many things. They want to work on everything. But number one, and I believe Melody does it this way too, is I think the scalp is the most important thing. The scalp, and then you can think about the ends, okay? So the scalp, if their scalp is super dry, if their scalp is itchy, if they're dealing with a ton of hair loss, you want to look at their scalp and make the decision based on that, okay? So I'll start with Revive. The Revive, it's simple. It has our growing ingredients. It's about third in line for our growing ingredients. Revive is our volume shampoo, okay? It's going to plump up each hair strand by 30%, okay? You will literally feel like you have more hair with this shampoo. Another way to know that somebody's going to love Revive, if they say, my hair just doesn't do anything. Like, it's just limp. It doesn't do anything. This is going to make their hair do things, okay? They're going to love Revive if they say that. If they have greasy scalp, Revive is good for them too. It's going to help with the oil. It's not a greasy shampoo, okay? Second in line is Renew. Renew has our highest amount of oil content, which I actually didn't know that until like the last year. I thought smoothing did, but Renew has our highest amount of oil content. So it has the highest amount of REJUVENIQE oil, but it also has hydration. So this has the best of both worlds. That's why this is a very universal shampoo, and it's a lot of people's favorites. From the beginning to now, a lot of people will use Renew. I know Darcy, it's one of her favorites, and it'll become their favorite because it has both the water moisture and the oil moisture. It's about third, fourth in growing ingredients. It's pretty close to the same as our volume line. Either way, I don't worry too much about the growing ingredients, and I don't really stress about telling people about the growing ingredients because then they're like, oh, well, I want the black then that has the most growing ingredients. And I'm like, yes, but that's not the best shampoo necessarily for your hair. So you don't really stress about that. You can tell them it also has growing ingredients. All of our shampoos have growing ingredients, except for this kid will not get his own water. He always has to drink mine. He came all the way up from downstairs.
Chrissy, will you see if Leandra's in the waiting room?
Liz. I just added Liz. I don't see Leandra.
And then can you mute all again? Because somebody has it muted and it keeps coming over.
Got it. Okay. So then, yeah, Renew has the highest amount of oil, and not the highest amount of oil, but it also has water moisture, okay? With that, our advanced hydration has the highest amount of water moisture, okay? This one, I don't normally subscribe on the first time that I sign up a VIP. And this is the one that I say I got fancy with because this has been one of my favorite shampoos. I drink a ton of water, but I'm always thirsty because I have thyroid issues. My water just doesn't absorb well with me, and I'm drinking water all day. So my hair does need water moisture. So this one is a really good one for me. It's also very lightweight. So it doesn't necessarily give me volume, but it feels like it does because my hair is just very light and soft. It also has growing ingredients. It's probably fourth in line for growing ingredients. Again, I wouldn't focus on that. But this has that REJUVENIQE S. So that's going to be 1,000 times the molecular strength of our REJUVENIQE, but in a water form. Okay. Then the next one, our smoothing line. This is one that I often will subscribe besides the Revive and the Renew. If somebody's biggest concern is that they have frizz and they don't necessarily have an oily scalp, if they do or if they don't, if their biggest concern is frizz, I will most likely tell them that this one they're going to love. Sometimes I will subscribe this one with, prescribe, I guess. Prescribe this one with our Revitalize to counterbalance the oil moisture that's going to be on their scalp because this is a very high oil moisture. This is for ethnic hair. This is for very thick hair. This is for curly hair, wavy hair, just all the thick people normally like this, but you have to worry a little bit about if their scalp gets oily. If they say their scalp gets oily the very next day and they are always having to wash, I would go back to Renew instead of this one and then give them the revitalized conditioner. Okay, so that is one that I sometimes subscribe. I grabbed Renew twice. Our black shampoo. This is probably the majority of the ladies' favorite for our first wash, especially starting out. I always want to give them this one if they are like super gung-ho on really wanting to grow their hair. So for brides or anybody that's like growing their hair is their jam, say if you want to speed it up, this is going to be a good first wash for you. It's also our most clarifying shampoo, so it's going to help you get through the detox process the fastest along with our oil. It's our men's 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Anybody that has hair that's shoulder length, that's even longer than men's hair, you should not be using this for both washes. Or you can use it for both washes, but I wouldn't recommend it for long term. I don't feel like it has enough oil for your ends. But that's also me. Some people can use it for both washes. It has our highest amount of growing ingredients along with our intense. It tones your hair. It's not a purple shampoo, but it's super clarifying, so it's going to pull those bronzy and yellow color out of your hair. And men love it because they're low maintenance and they don't like putting conditioner in their hair. So that has both.
Hey, Christina.
You want me to order it? Or I can order it for you.
You'll probably have to mute all again, and we have 2 girls in the waiting room.
Got it. Okay. I will never do that again. All right. So, Super Nourish, one of our newer shampoos. This one, honestly, is really good for blondes like me, who your ends are always just dry because you're always bleaching them. So if you have a lot of breakage, it's good for blondes like me, but it is made for ethnic hair. It's made for super thick hair. It's made for super curly hair. I would not give this on the first time signing up as a VIP. I would let them move up to this unless it's somebody with like truly ethnic, super thick hair, super dry hair that doesn't get an oily scalp. Again, this is for ethnic hair. So it's one of my favorites. I almost always use it on my second wash because I love my ends just being super soft, and it does that for me. But I can get away with it. It doesn't bother my scalp. Our restructure, this is the only one that does not have growing ingredients, okay? And that can be disappointing to some people that want to grow their hair out, but I always say you can get a different conditioner, or you can get just the restructure conditioner, and it's still going to help restructure your hair. But if somebody's biggest concern is their hair is just so damaged, their hair is just cracking, breaking, falling off, they have split ends, they need to do the whole line. This is, and I'm not even saying like the restructure serum, but they need to just do at least the shampoo, conditioner, and the restructure mask solely for at least 30 days to heal their hair. Say, just do this for 30 days. It's still going to help your hair detox, and then we can move on to growing ingredients, or you can do this and we can get you the scalp spray with the growing ingredients. But if your biggest concern is healing your hair, I highly recommend you just do this line. Do not mix and match with this one, and let them know it doesn't have growing ingredients. It's not going to stimulate hair growth, but it still can, because it's still going to detox your scalp. It's still going to get the crap off your scalp, and you will probably see regrowth from just that. But it's not going to be putting growing ingredients on your hair constantly. But if you use dry shampoo, if you use any of our styling products, or the scalp spray, that's still going to help stimulate hair growth, and also our oil, okay? That's it for the shampoos besides our dry shampoo. You guys, this is the Champ. They call it that for a reason. This is our what was I going to say? It's conditioning dry shampoo. It has our growing ingredients, which there aren't any dry shampoos that I know of that have growing ingredients in them. It doesn't have talc, which I always tell people, please go research talc. At the very least, do not be putting anything with talc on your scalp. Talc is known to cause cancer. You don't want that on your brain. I care about you. You don't have to buy my ingredients, but please stop putting that crap on your scalp. Okay? Talc is just terrible. It clogs your pores. It's going to attribute to hair loss. With everything growing, you need your pores to be open. You need your scalp to breathe. If you want your hair to be healthy, your scalp needs to breathe. This is going to suffocate your scalp. This is going to suffocate your hair follicles, okay? It's going to shrink that little bulb. And this isn't, but normal dry shampoos. This also doesn't have propane and butane. I always say you don't want to be a walking fire hazard. Please don't go to bonfires with the hairspray you use or with the dry shampoo you use. Please buy our stuff. We don't have propane. We don't have butane. That stuff does not belong on our skin. All that crap absorbs in your skin. Your skin is an organ. You don't want that crap in your skin, okay? And this is another really good video. If you haven't done one yet, go buy some cheap little, even travel-sized dry shampoos, light a candle, step back, don't burn your eyebrows like Danielle almost did, and see the flame go up, record that stuff. You're going to scream. That's okay. It adds to the effect. And then you're going to do this one, and it's going to put out the candle. Super amazing, you guys. That's a really good video to do. And then last but not least, the REJUVENIQE oil. Just a few key things. The thing you need to know the most about our oil is that the molecular structure is so teeny tiny that it's actually going to heal your hair from the inside out, which nothing else does. Nothing else on the market does. It's called, the ingredient that has that molecular structure is called Abyssinian oil, right, Mel? Abyssinian oil. It's like
yes.
sister. Okay. And that is what penetrates the third layer of your hair, and it's also going to penetrate your skin. It's also going to penetrate your scalp. This is what's going to enlarge the bulb. I'm careful when I say that, because when you say something like it's going to enlarge the bulb of your hair, you want to let them know that that's a natural thing, that the bulb from your hair, it should be enlarged. If it's not enlarged, then your hair is not unhealthy. And when it's not enlarged, that's when your hair is going to fall out, okay? Because it's clogged. Your pores are clogged from stuff like crappy dry shampoo, and it's going to make that bulb shrink and shrink and shrink, and then your hair falls out. And if that keeps happening in that area, then it's going to create permanent hair loss. This enlarges the bulb, helps the hair anchor better to the scalp, helps prevent hair loss, okay? It's also going to help get all the crap off the fastest. So if you're having somebody that's like, I don't know that I can, make it through this detox, and I guarantee you, if you're having somebody that's having a really hard time getting through their detox, they were probably using Pantene Pro V or something that's similar to that, because Pantene Pro V has the highest amount of silicones and waxes that coat your hair. So if somebody was addicted to Pantene Pro V, they're going to have a harder detox, okay? But this is going to help them get it through it faster. If they are absolutely not wanting to buy this and they're like, I just want to quit, then drop off oil sample for them to help them get through it, okay? This is going to be a big deal for them. Also, a lot of times there's hormonal things that happen through the detox where you'll get oil in this strip back here. Melody has learned from her schooling with becoming a cosmetologist that's a hormonal thing that's happened, and it's a good thing, and you want to tell them that. If they're getting little bumps on their head, that's a good thing. That's what we need to put the oil on. If there's little bumps, that's hairs trying to pop through. You want to put a little bit of oil on that. It's going to soften the scalp and help that hair, that new hair growth, to break through. Okay, so all around, when you guys are signing up a VIP, you don't need to be pushy about them buying it, but you need to tell them everything that they should buy, everything that you recommend for them. So when you're signing them up, don't just say like shampoo and conditioner styling product. Say shampoo, conditioner, styling product, and an oil. You don't have to buy the oil now, but it's usually the thing that's going to help you have the most growth, the most detox. It's going to help you get through all that fast. It's going to give you the benefits the fastest. So you want to be talking up the oil, because you're educating them. This is the backbone of our company. Eventually, you want all of your VIPs to have this. This is just all around an amazing product, and it's not because we're trying to sell them. It's because we're trying to help them. So whether you're just signing them up or whatever, you need to be talking about this. Okay? So I believe that's all I have.
Can I add something after that, Chrissy?
Right ahead.
When we're signing up people, yeah, Christina already went over it just a little bit. Definitely want to focus on the scalp. That's why as soon as someone says, tell me more about the products, you're asking them questions about their scalp first, then the rest of their hair second. Just like she said, unless they're chemically damaged, you want to do that line and you say, first we're going to fix the hair from your chemically damaged, then we're going to go back and fix your scalp so your hair will grow. You're setting them up so they know what's coming next. And I absolutely, every single time I tell you guys, and I'm pretty sure all of my market partners know, I always say, add the oil to the flex ship, and you're going to tell them, and you're adding it next month. You're not adding it in 60 days. And you're saying, you're going to need this oil. Second month is when you're going to go through more of a lifting phase of all of the product residue being lifted off of your scalp. It's going to make you very oily, and you're going to need this oil. This oil actually lifts up all of that for the product residue you've had for 30 years, and this is going to get you through that process faster. If you're telling them all of this, then they're not going to be like, oh, no, it's okay. They're going to be like, oh, my God, yes. And they might even say, oh, should I get the oil now? And you say, yeah, if you can afford it, go ahead and add it to your cart, and then I'll put a different system in your flex ship. That you're educating them along with signing them up, but this is not for a price. This is really for helping them figure out what's going to be best for their hair type. Because if you don't, then they'll probably hate the products, say it didn't work for them, and you won't get a second month. So it's really important that we figure out what exactly is their issue. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people will be like, no, my scalp is fine. And then you'll ask more questions and they'll be like, oh yeah, I have flakes. And you're like, you told me your scalp was fine. So it's really important to, and I know Christina has scripts. If you guys that are on here that are new, if you don't know what we're talking about, please let us know. We can put it in the messenger of the questions that we ask. We never send the link also. Really important thing. Someone says I'm interested. You don't say, awesome, here's my link. You're just sending them into not knowing anything. So make sure that you know. I always recommend you emailing it to them. All they have to do is put in their personal information. That's it.
Yeah, I even say I can sign you up, or I say I can send you my link and help you walk through. It just gets a little tricky, so most people help me sign them up, but I can totally help you either way.
Please tell them what you do, sign up, because that is gold. How you put everybody's password the same. That's the most amazing thing ever.
So when I sign them up, then I send them their link, and I say, not their link, I just say, just sign you up. You will get an email confirmation. Here is your username. Here's your password. In order to sign up, you go to mymonet.com. I gave you my password so that if you need my help in pushing out a flex ship or changing your order, I can help you with that. And I give everybody the same password. So if I ever need to switch it or change it, I say, if you want your own password, no problem. I can walk you through that so that they know, I'm here to help them, or if they want to deal with it themselves, then go right ahead. And then it also puts it off on me, like I can help you, but I'm not going to push out your flex ships myself. Like, you have to tell me. So I'm like going to say, you're going to get an email for your flex ship. If you want me to push it out, let me know. So it's not on me, because it's going to get too stressful for you guys. You're going to add more and more VIPs, and it's going to get hard for you to manage them all. So giving them all the same password when you sign them up, putting them all on the 15th really helps. When you put them in if you're exchanging phone numbers, I always put them in my phone as first and last name, and then in the actual last name in my phone, I put Monet, so that if I'm reaching out to people for the sale, I can type in my phone Monet, and all of my VIPs pull up from my Monet, and it just makes it a lot easier. Another thing I was going to say about adding the REJUVENIQE oil is you're helping them, because if you're saying, hey, first of all, this is going to help you get through the detox the fastest. Second of all, if you do an oil treatment the night before you start your shampoo and conditioner, you're going to have the best results to start with. It's just going to help your hair start off the best way possible. Third, we have the, what's it called? Where we group together and you save more. It's the, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. But anyways, you can save that extra 15, extra 20, and extra 25% off. If they're signing up as a VIP and they're buying shampoo, conditioner, and a styling product, and they add the oil, they're going to save 25% off that oil. So you're actually helping them out. And I always just tell them, if you want to buy the oil now, you're going to save an extra 25% off. If not, let's put it in your flex ship and you can get it next month. Okay. So it doesn't come off like I'm being pushy, because I'm really not. I do want to save them the most, and I want them to have the best start with their hair care. So that's way you could word it to where it does. They know that you're not being pushy. They know that you actually really care, and you are trying to save them the most amount. You're trying to save them that extra 25% to get them something that they really need, because they're gonna want to see the results as fast as possible. Okay? Any questions? No? All right. Purchase plus discount. Thank you, Ruth. Yes, Stephanie.
Sorry, can I ask one question? I might have missed it because I'm trying to do dinner and be here. So I have a lot of friends that are either African American or mixed.
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking me about that, and they always joke and say like, "Oh yeah, you're like our sister from another mister," because I have like that frizzy, coarse, thick hair. So I tell them what worked for me and what's working for me, but what would be the best thing to tell them when they're asking me that question?
Well, what is working for you first off?
So I do don't bear with me. It's the Renew I do first.
Good.
And then I do the smoothing, the shampoo, the conditioner, and then I do the Frizz Fix.
Perfect.
And the blow cream, the blowout cream.
So just like you said, I'm going to tell you what works for me, and most likely it's going to work with you. I said it in the beginning, but when we first started off, we started off with Revive first, and then Renew was our second shampoo. So those are two really safe ones that between those two, they work for mostly everybody. But for somebody that has real, like, ethnic hair, like you said, if it's more ethnic, more thicker than yours is even, I would definitely highly recommend the Nourish. The Nourish has the highest amount of oil content. They're going to love it. So the Nourish and the smoothing is going to be their jam, and I would always add the oil and a mask. Those are the things that they're going to love, because it's going to penetrate their hair like no oil they've ever used. And the mask overnight, it's going to be a whole new experience for them. So
the Super Nourish mask is what they're gonna love.
the Super Moisture.
Yeah, not Nourish.
Yeah, Super Moisture mask and the Nourish line and the smoothing. All of those. If frizz is huge for them, then you could do Nourish and smoothing.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Anyone else?
And thermal heat protectant they'll need down the road.
Oh yeah.
When they're gonna style their hair, because their heat tools are usually set at 450 degrees, and that's what ours is.
Yeah. A lot of heat protectants don't say how many degrees they protect up to. And so you may be using a heat protectant that only protects up to 200 degrees, which a blow dryer is going to be hotter than that. So you're getting literally no protection. And a lot of heat protectants have an oil that's still going to fry your hair. So it's just so backwards and so annoying. But our heat protectant isn't going to fry your hair, and it protects up to 450 degrees, which is the highest that any hot tool will go to. So that's going to be huge for them too. They're going to love that. And the anti-frizz, like you said. Anyone else? All right. I love you guys. I recorded this, so hopefully I can figure out how to get that recording, and I'll share it to our pages. All right.
It should download after, Christina.
I saw that. It's just being able to grab that link and share it. So hopefully
Thank you, Chrissy.
No problem. Love you guys.
Thanks, Chrissy. Bye, everybody.
Of course. Bye.
Christy.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Chrissy.
No
Chrissy.
problem.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Hey, I'm having problems with my own hair right now. I just literally took a shower yesterday and washed my hair.
Uh-huh.
And my hair is now like when I wash it, it's coming like really greasy afterwards. And I don't know. Sorry, my dog is being a pill right now.
No problem.
It's like, it looks like I just got out of the shower and my hair's still wet. That's the only way I could describe it.
Okay. Two things. It could be you're detoxing. There's a high,
Okay.
there's a good chance that you're not penetrating your scalp well enough and you're not rinsing well enough. And the reason why I say that is because our products, as you know, they're highly concentrated. So if you're not adding enough water and really lathering it, you have to make sure you get to the lather. Some people, especially if they're detoxing very hard, will need to wash their hair 3 times. So make sure you get to the point where your hair is lathering as if you were using crappy products. You want that like real good lather that's going to really penetrate your scalp. And then make sure you get a really good rinse. Okay. The oil is also going to help with that too. So if you do an overnight oil treatment and then the next morning you wash your hair, that's also going to help. If
I haven't gotten the oils or anything yet, so I think once I get that might help too. But
yeah,
I'm washing it really good where it suds up really, really good. I just maybe not rinsing well enough because honestly, my hair's been in a pony because it just is so bad right now.
Yeah. It might be the rinsing too. Just make sure you're really, running it through water for longer than you would think.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
No problem, Amber.
Okay, gorgeous. I have one more question because
go ahead.
I will not get to sleep tonight until I ask this. I went the extra because I have a German Shepherd who is just turned 7 months. So I got on a dog shampoo.
Good.
And he keeps bugging me. Well, how long will it protect his coat and his scalp for? And how often do I have to wash him with it? And all those questions. But I told him just once a week, like you would normally wash a dog.
Yeah, you know what? I have not read up enough on it. I do have a dog and I do use it, but for how long it's going to protect.
How often do you wash your dog? Maybe I'm just not being that great about washing.
I mean, I don't wash my dog enough. You're probably a better pup mom than I am. I usually leave it up to my husband and he's super busy, so I probably every other week. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie that unless the kids get him wet when they're playing in the pool or the water hose, I don't wash him either. I make him do it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, but I would
have long hair and like we do the deferminator and all that, but I just wanted to see is there kind of a I can look at it in the back office stuff too, but
you know what? I would have to do more research on that. And that's probably the only thing that I'm bad about. I don't share enough about our dog line, and I have not done enough research on it. I would think a week, or I would think however long you normally wash your cup before you've transitioned into Monet stuff would be.
Right.
Can I comment?
Yeah, please.
Go ahead.
I do every other time. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Hello? Okay, sorry about that. Hi guys, I'm Liz.
Hi.
So, I used to bathe my dogs every week with other products, and I took them to the vet because they were shedding a lot, but it's because their scalp or like their coat gets very dry when you shower them so often. So I was told to do it about twice a month.
Oh, wow.
And this is prior to when I've been wanting to try the like dog line, so I'm definitely going to purchase that. But prior to this, they told me I had to do one time with like an oat type of like shampoo to lather the coat so it doesn't dry up and flake. And then the next one, do it with like either, like the flea one or whatever you usually use.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure this one is less concentrated or bad with chemicals as the other one. So maybe it's different, but I mean, I'm sure it should be fine like every other week.
Ours is it has ingredients to balance the pH on dogs. So it's like we have a different pH than dogs do. I forget what the level is for dogs. So if dogs do have like flaky skin or any type of skin issues, I know that it's going to balance that. So it specifically helps with that. But just like how we're not supposed to shampoo our hair every day because you're supposed to have your natural oils like going on your skin. That's what gives you nutrition. I agree. It's probably every other week is a good estimate.
Well, and it says on here, I think Liz is right because it says a pH balanced gentle shampoo that removes rough dirt, debris, and grime for a healthy looking clean dog. And then it just says to brush out their coat first, wet it thoroughly with warm water to remove surface dirt and debris, and then apply the shampoo, working it into the coat, gently massaging their skin. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure it's probably the same thing, just every 2 weeks. And obviously, if they're looking good and it's kind of revoking the dirt, go longer.
And they're not smelly.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's a puppy, but he's long haired, so it's like,
Oh, it's a lot
like
of work.
getting rid of that winter coat, but he's just so cute. I can't.
Oh, so sweet.
He'll be the next like Monet dog model.
Yes, you have to take pictures.
I will. My daughter's already asking, do you need to take before and afters of my hair?
Oh, I love it.
So cute. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Sorry to be the dog mom over here. I thought I'd be that one.
Awesome. I'm glad you asked. And now I know I need to do more research. All right. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.